Hi, I'm homosexual Brian Safi.
And I'm feminasty Erin Gibson, and this is Throwing Shade, where we take a weekly look at all the issues important to ladies
And gays.
and treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
Did you hear about Manhattan Beach?
Oh, all the sand.
Oh, there's so much sand there right now.
Beautiful gold sands.
Do surfers ever say, like, the sand is great right now?
Yeah, they do. They're like, you know what my grandma said? My grandma who accused me of slutting around in Jamaica. Yeah. When I first
Erin Gibson, slutting around in Jamaica.
You know me. I just love to get it on in Jamaica.
Yeah.
By the way, there were Germans who worked at the Half Moon Bay resort that we were at who were for sure fucking teenagers. So I wasn't a part of that.
Vandersloot.
All the Vandersloots,
Yeah.
yeah. So my grandma used to be like, when I would go visit her in New Smyrna Beach, she'd be like, I love walking on the sand because it exfoliates my feet.
Well, she's right.
Yeah.
Sand
There's
is-
better reasons to go outside, though.
The mysteries.
Calluses aren't one of them.
The mysteries and magic of the ocean and its seaside shall ne'er be forgotten, but again in time.
I love Irish limericks.
Thank you.
Is there any other beauty regimen that you get in water besides the Dead Sea?
Yeah,
And
salt
sand.
is very healing for your skin. Salt water.
Oh, what does it do?
I don't know. It just like it makes you. If you have a cut or something, it heals quicker. It's just supposed to be really good for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have a hole that I've had my whole life. Do you think
Your vagina?
It'll clear it up?
I doubt it.
I need it to seal together.
You know, it is tradition for women when they go in the sea for longer than 20 minutes, their vaginas close up and then they have to go to the hospital and get them reopened.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
With what?
Just
like
a toothpick. You just like poke little. It's almost like
I see. It's like sewing
needlepoint.
Oh, needlepoint.
It's almost
cross
like
stitch.
needlepoint.
Oh,
yeah.
beautiful.
Needlepoint's what they call my dick.
That's not a bragging.
It's not.
That's
at
not
all.
a bragging.
But
at
you
all.
know, it's important to have nicknames because that means people care.
Oh, because they care about you in one way or the other.
That's right.
Why'd you bring up Manhattan Beach?
Oh, so.
Did you buy it?
No, I wish. No, apparently. So the great white sightings there, great white shark.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the band. Yeah.
No. The great white...
Don't need nothing
but a good time. No, I'm talking about...
That's Poison, I think, too.
Oh, probably. I don't know any great
what
white
did Great
songs.
White song?
What's the difference between great white, white shark,
white tiger,
and...
They sang When the Children Cry. I think they
Who
were
did
Christian rock.
Tawny Katane?
She was Whitesnake.
Whitesnake.
Yeah, here I go
I don't
again.
like any of those
David
names.
Copperfield, who later in life decided to, he's like, I don't want to be the only guitar. So he hooked up with Jimmy Page.
What do you mean?
It was called Coverdale Page. They had like 2 albums together. It was just 2 guitarists with long hair.
So cool.
So cool.
So
He did the thing that Extreme started, which was like, he would like sit on the stool and like tap the stool like this.
Oh, so gross. When the guitar comes a knocking,
Don't come a rockin', yeah.
Yeah. Do you think anyone ever went up to Jimmy Page or whoever the else you were talking?
David Copperfield.
And was like, you guys,
David Coverdale.
Fine. Do you think or to Axl Rose and anyone ever said like, you guys have got great beats?
Oh yeah. Well, for sure they said to Axl
Jackson
Rose
Brown,
later.
Axl Rose.
They were like, "You've got great beads."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because he had remember he did cornrows for a
Oh,
while.
I remember very well.
Jimmy Page, lives in a murderer's castle.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Who's the murderer?
I don't remember his name, but he was an old-timey murderer.
Oh, like the murderer's now dead.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah.
not
He didn't
like-
murder the murderer. It was like Justice.
Yeah, got it.
And it started the band Justice.
To live in a murderer's castle, you have to murder the murderer.
Yeah, that's the only way to stop the cycle.
It's true.
Did you see that thing about the underwater ballroom? Did you see that picture of the underwater ballroom?
No, but I would love to go there.
It was so beautiful.
What do? You just get in a gown and drown yourself?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
It's all people with
said,
snorkel masks on.
As you have said before, there's nothing more comfortable than diving straight into the ocean in a full dress.
Oh, God.
Heels.
That's how the mafia should kill people.
It really
just put them in a ball gown.
Put them in a ball gown.
Nothing soaks up water faster than taffeta.
Put them in a wedding dress and say, "Hey, ocean,
Arrivederci.
here comes the bride."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
This is a Russian mafia.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, sure. No, this is there's a little tunnel on the side of the lake, and then you go down these staircases, and then you go down this hallway, and then you're under the water Some rich
But are you
dude in the
do you have like
1800s.
a brief? Is it like, it must be hyper-oxygenated or something?
I don't think so, because it was built in the 1800s before they knew about oxygen tanks.
Why did they do
Before
it?
anybody had asthma.
Why did they do that? Just because we're like, we're rich and bored
Yes,
and
they were
build
like,
this.
ooh, I have so much money, I can build a room underwater.
Yeah.
And that back then that was impressive, but now we all know we can
No,
just
now
do that.
people do water slides.
All kinds of water sports.
So
I mean, we could build a fucking imaginary glass bridge over the Grand Canyon.
speaking,
That's how much money we have.
that's true. 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Meryl Streep is playing herself in Into the Woods? And I'm actually being serious.
Yes.
Okay. 2, do you think that Cake, the movie with Jennifer Aniston,
Oh,
is
not the band.
No.
Okay.
Do you think the movie Cake is really a movie, or is it just a poster?
I think it's a Photoshop class.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because she's getting SAG nomination, Golden, and I love her.
When does it come out?
SAG
Does
nomination,
anybody
Golden
know?
Globe nomination. I have no idea, and all I've seen is a poster.
There's no trailer on Apple Trailers.
That is the classic.
You've looked.
I don't know what Apple Trailers is.
If you go to Apple QuickTime, you can watch
I don't know what that is.
all the trailers in high def.
QuickTime is when you want to watch a video and someone sends you the link that you have to download it.
Mm-hmm. Sort of.
No, like if someone goes like, watch this, but I didn't upload it yet to YouTube or Vimeo because I'm lazy, and you have to do all the work by downloading,
Then QuickTime.
then it turns into QuickTime.
Yeah, it turns right. The Wizard of Movies is
Yeah.
like, Ribbledy rubala da. I declare this .mov a QuickTime file.
.mov means QuickTime, right? Mm-hmm. But what is...
.fdr, final draft document.
Excuse me. .fdr means one of our finest presidents.
Oh, sorry. .doc.
Anytime I write in Final... You know that Final Draft, if you ever write in Final Draft, it has to be about Franklin Delano Roosevelt?
No, but I do all of my scripts in crayon.
Oh, you do?
With those lined papers with the ... in the middle.
Yeah.
You know when you do like cursive
Yes.
writing? That's where I write all my screenplays on. I go interior.
Do you want to know where cursive really
Graveyard.
fucked itself over? For those of you who don't know, cursive was the way we wrote in the Stone Ages.
Well, not really. When we had pencils.
So... The capital Q in cursive can go fuck itself. That's really...
Well, do you do it like a weird
a Z?
But I do it like make an actual Q. And I
No.
do regular Q, and then like when I write Queen, because it's my favorite band and I like to etch it on everything,
Yeah.
notebooks, people's arms, whatever, in pen. I do Q, slashy, then I do a fancy, because they deserve it. They do
Yeah.
a fancy cursive after.
No, I'm very much a traditionalist. It was so funny because I remember when Queen Elizabeth was crowned, the first.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I remember thinking, like, this is so
do you
ridiculous.
have a portal to the past in your apartment?
I've lived many rich lives. Cleopatra,
You were
the
Cleopatra.
person and the band from the 90s. I've lived Monica,
From Friends?
the singer.
Okay.
Monica from Friends and Monica Seles.
Okay.
It's tradition.
All the Monicas.
Throughout the ages. I've done
Lewinsky?
I've done Elizabeth I.
Did you suck President Bill Clinton's dick?
Can I talk to you for a moment in private?
Yes.
Did she? Oh, she did.
Well, she only did oral because I think it was like the way for him to assuage his guilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that she was Oh no. I was listening to something. What was it? Something that said, I love Monica Lewinsky. I think she got the worst rap in the world. And
I ain't hating on her.
talk about bullying.
Yeah.
Why does she still have that dress though? That's weird, right?
Does she still have it?
I heard somewhere that she still has the blue dress. That
you
like
never
she
know
still
when you
has
gotta
it.
sue somebody.
I guess it just seems sort of like, what are you holding on to that
Oh.
for? Are you gonna sell that?
No, I know what it is. You know how Bill Clinton's a vegan now?
I didn't, but
This is the last bit of semen that he had with like animal protein in it.
oh, I see.
You know how like your semen shows you what you've been eating?
I get. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Because sometimes it just comes out as soft serve, and sometimes it comes out as peas.
Yeah.
So it really just depends.
It really does depend.
Yeah.
What were you bringing up Manhattan Beach about for?
I don't know. I really just wanted to talk about my cum.
Oh, good. Well, we check that off the bucket list.
One time
that's
it
on my
came out-
anti-bucket list.
One time it came out like mint chip ice cream. One time it came out like full turkey leg.
Why don't you open a store?
I have.
Put your dick to work.
I have Whole Foods.
Do you know how many homeless people would be so more than happy
You
to
should
eat whatever's
see me.
coming out of your dick?
You should see me at a farmer's market because it's just so funny. I'm like, people say, "Oh, do you have any, sir, madam, sir,
They don't know what gender you are. Okay. Yep.
may to please if I may
So this is the Renaissance Fair farmers market.
have one slice of tomato," and then I go, "Sure."
First of all, I do believe that's exactly what you look like when you masturbate.
First, I eat the tomato. And they go, but of course not having this slice in front of you. And I go, no, I have to eat it.
I wish you respected my time.
I eat the tomato.
I really do.
And then I eat the tomato and then I go.
Right?
And fat,
and you make
fat,
a shark
fat.
face,
And I go, fat, 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 fat. And then then I go, the fat
do you spit on
surprise.
yourself like you just did?
And then I go, presenting the FAP surprise.
Who
and
stands around waiting for this?
And then the slice of tomato comes out.
Nobody has anything to do on a Sunday afternoon.
And I go, farmer's market, tomato surprise. And I go, $5, please.
At what point do you go to the mental institution?
Never.
At what point does somebody... I don't believe that you're...
You don't believe
actually,
it?
I do believe in Los Angeles you can get away with something like that.
In Los Angeles?
You can walk around the street looking like Jesus.
Yeah. In Los Angeles, you can get away with...
murder,
Colombian cartel. You can get away with anything.
Diamond brokerage.
Yeah. Do you know that someone very close to me the other day goes, you do Molly. Do you know where I can get any?
I'm sorry. I wanted to get high on Molly.
It was you.
I needed to get...
I thought it was
you. I
you.
did the voice thing.
The next time...
I did the
next time
robot
you come to
voice.
my apartment, don't have a voice box and don't be dressed...
I knocked...
like whatever his name is from... Pirates of the
Alive?
Caribbean and Facts
Alex
of
P.
Life.
Keaton?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but that is how I
None
go.
of those shows. Family Ties.
Alex P. Keaton. I was dressed like Alex P. Keaton. I don't know where you got Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh.
I was dressed like Alex P. Keaton.
I've never seen Pirates of the Caribbean.
With a voice box, and I was like...
I need Molly.
Give me some Molly.
Yeah.
I don't know why you agreed to do it.
But I just want the world to know I've never done Molly, and I will never do it.
Spoken like a true drug addict.
Well, you all remember that I talked about Ass Hunters, that game on Apple a while ago.
How
That was
could
a
I
video
forget?
game that people were
I
really
bought
upset
it
by.
as soon as you told me about it.
So I got a couple emails from people from my past who shall remain nameless. Bob Dole. And basically...
Did he jerk you off with that hand?
He did. He did. It's great. Bob Dole's great because you could just stick your dick right inside that hand where the pen usually is, and you just move it. And then...
Does he or does he not come to your house in a car made of pineapples?
He does.
Okay.
That's him, though. Because he's like, get it? And I'm like, Dole, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So... I got a couple notices that basically said...
From your past? From people from your past?
No. Someone from Funny or Die said to me, I loved the Ass Hunters thing. I was like, I know. And he was like, but, there are some video games that have really wonderful depiction of gay characters, and it might be good to mention some of them. And I know it's confusing for you, so I'll guide you through it. And I was like, you bet it will be confusing
was this
for
a
me.
gamer?
Yes.
Okay.
A gamer. Which, and he said gamer, and I said... excuse me?
That's funny. That's so funny. He said a word that you understood, but the joke was that you said excuse me as if you didn't understand.
And then we stared at each other.
God, it's like I'm doing the show with Carrot Top.
I know.
It really is.
So, Dragon Age is a... I already have to tell you, I know I'm going to sound to all the gaming fans out there. I know I'm going to sound...
Gaming fans?
I know.
It's not even right.
I know I'm going to sound like an idiot. But I think I do have my facts straight, but I know I'm going to sound like somewhat like a mom right now. Because I don't play video games, except,
I know your children.
Exactly. So, Dragon Age has been a huge game around for a long time. They have different installments of it.
How old is he?
And so they have a new one out called Dragon Age Inquisition, and this is
about the Spaniards.
No, I don't think so. It's set in Narnia, not that. It's set in Game of Thrones.
You have to go through a closet to get to this video game.
It's like an alternate universe where it's like, all right, everyone looks like a character Tim Curry has played, or something.
Like wherever RoboCop happened.
Exactly.
Like, where is it? Detroit? Is it Houston?
No,
I don't know.
It's more like Game of Thrones, like that sort of medieval, but
fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay. So medieval fantasy.
Exactly.
That's the short answer.
Yes. So this game,
Dragon Age
Inquisition, the one that just came out, is kind of amazing. It features a major character who is gay and a major character who is trans, which is like kind of mind-blowing because a lot of times...
But is it the dragon?
No.
Okay.
A lot of times...
Because dragons are only male.
Right.
Dragonettes are female, and then...
Yeah, but all they do is high kicks in front of the dragons.
Oh, yeah.
And then they present the dragon.
Oh, full Broadway, Rockette.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. They, stand by the piano and shimmy and then, say, doo-doo, and that's it.
That's it. They just only to doo-wop songs.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Only when the dragon's singing doo-wop. Well, so what's great about Dragon Age Inquisition...
Keep saying it.
I know. Is that this is the first... Because there are other gay characters in video games, but it's the kind of thing, especially in RPGs, role-playing games, where you have to really find how... Sort of find a way for it to be gay.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I am really actively trying to make this person hook up with a man. There's some games it's easier, but this is why it's such a big deal. It's a multi-platform game, which means it could be on
Xbox,
PS4 or 3, PC, all of it. And
PC, PS4,
yeah,
Gamebox, Nintendo 64,
yeah, Super Nintendo,
Super Genesis,
yeah, Mario Brothers,
Legos,
yeah. And so it's the first multi-platform, or one of the first multi-platform AAA games. AAA means a game with a really high production value, or production budget for ads and for stuff like that. That's sort of, your World of Warcraft, your Grand Theft Auto, that kind of thing, which features a gay and trans character. So it is actually a really big deal. And
this is Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes, and especially because gaming is obviously a very male-dominated. I mean, I know a lot of women do it too, but it is sort of...
It's a lot of dudes.
It's a lot of dudes, especially with these kinds of... most popular games, it's a lot of dudes. Is everything okay?
Huh?
Your face just shrunk. Game. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I see.
No, but there's too many men.
Right.
Where are my games about shoes, about dresses... About when the game where I figure out, like, I get to put a tampon in every day, but only one day it matters.
The Kim Kardashian app.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's all. That's all her. That's all her doing.
So the gay character's name is Dorian, and
Gray.
No, and he is the first exclusively gay party member, which means something in Dragon Age, who has multiple gay and bi romance options and lots of graphic but tasteful sex.
What's a party option?
A party member.
Oh, party
member. There's different. It's just how the game is played. There's different factions.
And one of them's a party faction?
I guess so. I'll get into more of that in a minute, of like getting it exactly right.
Do they 69 dick suck?
No, but there is a lot of, like, you can even choose to love make. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, there's soft, gentle caressing of the face and genitals?
One thing that, and I'll show it, but one thing that Dorian says... Yeah, I'll show you my dick later.
Oh, okay.
But one thing that Dorian says to, like, the guy who's hooking up with is, care to inquisit me again?
Oh!
Which means, like...
Put your dick in the
butt?
Bone. Yeah.
Yeah. The trans character is voiced by a woman, Jennifer Hale. The trans character is a male to female... female to male transgender. And she's voiced a bunch of other... This woman, Jennifer, has joined...
Dominated the voiceover...
Exactly.
World.
And the trans man's name is Krem.
Barely got that sense out.
The trans man's name is Krem.
Krem?
Krem. And he's second in command...
Don't they deserve better?
He's the second... All their names are crazy. He's the second in command of a mercenary company under the leadership of the Kunari warrior Iron Bull. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's actually more sane than the thing that you said in the top of the show where you were talking about tomatoes coming out of your dick. That made more sense to me.
I pitched that idea.
Oh, you did?
To this game. I said, why don't you call it Dragon Age, tomato coming out of a penis?
Oh.
And they were like, well, no. So Krem's backstory is revealed through conversations between Krem and this leader, Bull, whose name is Bull.
Not Bull.
Who
from
really
Nightmare.
is giving you full Tim Curry in Legend.
Is?
Yeah, those huge horns.
Oh, yeah, the devil.
But he's nice, exactly.
Did they alter his voice in Legend? I feel like it was deeper.
It did seem deeper, didn't it? He got, like, terrible burns from that. He got really frustrated one day, apparently, Tim Curry, and, like, ripped off his makeup.
Ah!
And it, like, ripped his skin off. Yeah, I know. There's nothing
Tim Curry,
worse.
you gotta calm down.
Yeah.
He played... Now, this is just all coming back to me right now. But Tim Curry played a linguist in a movie where Sylvester Stallone was a mobster. And what was that movie called?
Oscar.
Ha!
Yeah. Marisa Tomei's in that movie, too.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Why did I just remember that?
I saw it in
I forgot
theater.
my mom's birthday last year. I remember that.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good Christmas card for Sylvester Stallone. That'd be great at a meet and greet.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Oscar. Remember
Oscar.
that?
Remember
Merry
it?
Christmas.
Yeah, it was like a screwball comedy.
Yeah.
Very strange.
I feel like I liked it, but I didn't know why.
I think I did too, but I think we were also in like 5th grade.
Yeah, I didn't understand anything that was happening.
Yeah. So.
But I did like Ghostbusters, so.
Who knows? Yeah.
Maybe I just liked watching things.
I would say that Oscar and Ghostbusters are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
On the same level.
Well, they just have one word in their title, so.
So Krem and Bull are having this conversation. Then Krem leaves, and I guess people are confused because they think Krem has a woman's voice. And what follows is Bull having a conversation with some of the other warriors where he says, really good conversation where they have questions about it. And he says, Bull says, they're real men just like you are, that kind of thing. Like, it's really like a great conversation to be had and really appropriate.
But I don't understand because when you're playing the game, your characters are fighting and stuff. But then is this one of the vignettes, like almost like a rap skit where you're like, get this over with?
Yeah,
get
exactly.
to the good stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is Lisa Left Eye Lopez, that moment.
Gotcha. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Precisely. Did anyone?
Do people watch that? Is what I'm saying.
Do you know the Eagles did that?
What? Rap skits?
For Fly Like an Eagle. When they went on tour, when I was like in high school, I had some friends who were like, remember how like douches in high school liked the Eagles?
Yes.
Okay, so I had some friends that were like, come. And I was like, and they were like, no, the other kind. So I did.
And you were like, you don't want tomatoes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And during Fly Like an Eagle, they start rapping at the
Don
bridge
Henley?
to like update it.
Wait,
I think
what?
they brought out a rapper. It was pretty insane.
Was it Tupac?
It was Tupac.
Oh. What on earth could they rap about?
I don't like the
lyrics?
eagle soars. So, if you slip up and call the character,
That's all you could do because you were like, I can't even justify it with my tongue.
Don't even know. So, if you slip up and call Krem a woman, Bull corrects you and says he's not a woman. Krem's a good man.
How can you call him a woman?
Because
in
they
the
have
game?
options. They have all these. The name of the game should be called Options, and that should be the name of the game of most games. Just like you can do this, or you can get with this, or you can get with that.
Oh yeah, that'd
exactly.
Be good.
So this, I guess, Dragon Age has always been a game kind of ahead of its time because it's always been like great with like having really characters with really rich, diverse backgrounds, which is great. And
like America.
Yeah. What's also really interesting about this game is that the creators of the game went to they wanted to make sure they got the whole thing right. So
they went to Jill Soloway's dad?
In early drafts, they went to they had scripts reviewed by people in
as you
queer
should
community.
If you're not in the fucking community and you're writing something for them.
And it revealed, I guess, I got this on Kotaku.
Aaron Sorkin?
Yeah. I got this on Kotaku, and they revealed a lot of...
I never knew how to say that.
I don't even know if I'm right. They revealed a lot of mistakes they had made early on that then were corrected, and things that sort of were initially maybe offensive that then weren't.
You won't know the answer to this, and I don't mean that to disparage your intelligence, but is there a way that when they do things wrong like that, there are updates to the game that fixes them?
Yes.
Okay.
They send it. I do it.
DVD.
They send it to me. I scratch out. They send all the games to me, and I take a pen and I just and a nickel, and I just scratch out those parts.
Oh, why do you need a pen and a nickel?
Well, a pen so I can do my You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Okay. Your tallies, but the nickel does the work.
And I have my glasses and my green lamp, and and at the end I play a game with myself, and I do that thing that cashiers do that I've never understood, and I go, and 10 is 20. Don't you hate when they do that?
Well, they tell you, they count up to the bill that you gave them.
It has never once made said to me, 6, 7, 19, and 10 is 20. And you're like, I don't know. I trust you. It's very hard what you're doing. It's the biggest amount. I'll tell you, they should do...
But don't they say 10 makes 20?
I don't... They've said it both ways to me, and one isn't better than the other.
Do you have a private cashier that goes to all the places and just checks you out?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Roberta.
Right. Please step away, madam. Roberta will step in.
Roberta's coming in, and all she does, no matter, even if I'm
she
paying
knows
with
every
a debit
POS
card, she
system.
goes, and 10 is 20. Thanks so much, and that's it.
And then you pay her for saying that to you.
That's exactly right. I want to, you know what they should really do? They should bring back Mr. Wizard, but or Double Dare, or Cosmos, and just call it and 10 is 20, and it could be a mini series on what that means.
Oh, because they just try to figure it out. And
I
Mr.
don't
Wizard is
understand it.
3 parts confusion.
Yeah.
1 part. I never understood that when he said that. I was like, so you're saying I can make this in multiple amounts?
I know.
If I want to make this volcano explode, you're saying I can do 40 cups of water?
Yeah.
And 20 cups of vinegar? And whatever else you do. 30 matches?
I think it's just baking soda and vinegar and food dye. So I guess at one point in the game, this guy Krem makes a joke about...
I wish his name was Creme de la Creme.
Me too. I guess Krem at one point makes a joke about binding. to someone else. He says
like
like
the feet binding
to a character with big pecs, because binding.
Right,
exactly. He says like, let me know if you need help binding, because this male character has like huge pecs. Originally in the game, in the first draft, before they had this like cleared and made sure they knew what they were doing, Bull was the one who brought up Krem's binding as a friendly joke, and these people who read the script, said that's actually really offensive, because basically what you're saying is you're just pointing out that he's a woman, that, you know, like, hey, look, you're still a woman, you're actually a woman, that kind of thing, which isn't cool. And so then they reversed, that was one way they did, then they reversed it so that Krem made the joke.
Oh,
and
I
not
see.
that people were joking about him.
Right.
Which was a huge thing to do. It just really, like you said, reinforces how important it is when you're writing out of your element, and like when you're trying to write characters that you're not familiar with. Just ask and like get it all approved. Another example that I thought was great was there was, I guess there's some sort of hub where you can ask Krem about his past in this world, like the player can. And the first draft had him deserting his
family
or like comrades.
Gargoyles?
Yeah. After fighting off someone who discovered his secret and tried to assault him. And they were just sort of like, you know, that's sort of a tired cliche of like the trans person being attacked and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, maybe it could just trigger bad feeling for people playing the game. And so they took it out, which was great. And so it's just a really positive depiction. It's being sort of hailed everywhere. It's groundbreaking in video games, and it's you know, a major accomplishment. And this was really cool. I read this in a comment section on, I think, BioWare or something like that.
What's that?
It's some website for gamers. I don't know. Anyway, so they said, one of the comments said, okay, so I've had like someone who didn't know that this was happening. And he said, okay, I've had like 2 conversations with Krem, but this explains so much. I was awkwardly thinking, wait, he looks like a guy, but he sounds like a girl with a low voice, but he acts like a guy, but I'm confused. And then he goes, dear God, I hope I got all my stupidity out in this game, and I never do that to someone in real life. Which is
That's
great.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm never going to play this fucking game, if I can be honest with you.
Too bad, I already ordered you a PS3 used.
I don't even know what that is.
One controller.
No.
You can't even charge. I don't even know how it works.
If someone in a lineup said, pick out the Xbox and pick out the PS3, labels on, I wouldn't be able to.
They say it right on the front. It
Then
says It says Xbox, and the O is like the...
Well, which one has the girl whispering?
Oh, PlayStation.
That's
PlayStation.
Oh, which is different than...
It's PS3.
Oh, that's PS.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like...
PS I Love You.
I forgot to tell you.
Like that Ellen DeGeneres movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what was that called?
Not that.
The Notebook?
P.S. I Love You was Hillary
Remember
Swank.
that letter movie?
The Ellen DeGeneres movie is The Notebook. That's right.
What?
It's her and Ryan Gosling, and they
They're in the
come from
rain.
very different backgrounds,
Yep.
and then they fall in love. Yeah.
Oh, I want to see it.
It's
Was
great.
Does she have long hair or short hair in that?
She has long hair.
Yeah.
She's so, and she's really funny in it too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she keeps like cracking jokes.
I can't believe I keep not seeing that movie.
You have to see.
I thought it was a
it's really
serious like
heartbreaking.
melodrama.
Parts of it are, but then parts of it are like so funny because she does different impressions and.
Oh, what does she do? Like she does like Baryshnikov or like.
She does that. She does Doreen.
What's
Dora?
Doreen? Dora the Explorer?
No, whoever she plays in Under the Sea. Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she just goes through all her other careers.
characters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she goes like, remember when I made Mr. Wrong?
Oh,
And Ryan
yeah.
Gosling's like, can't we make it work? And she's like, there's something I need to say about myself to you.
When do they get into the boat?
Oh, you're thinking of Speed 2. And she's also in that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She plays Sandra Bullock.
Oh, she doesn't play I thought she was the bus and Sandra Bullock just drove her around.
She plays Sandra Bullock playing Sandra Bullock's character.
Oh.
Meta. Medea.
America, land of the free, and the home of the last respectable place where you can squirt on film.
What does that mean?
Squirty.
Like with your vagina?
Lady squirts. Yeah. A little beep beep.
Yeah.
Little
Do you do sound effects when you climax?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me hear that beep beep. Let
Oh,
me hear that.
yeah.
That's what that song is about.
That's great.
Do
Do you do that when you get
that
off?
whole song.
Yeah.
But what's that song?
I sing, I don't know, but I know when I come, I sing, only the bridge. I go, finally, yeah, at all.
Wait,
Forget it.
Sorry. I can't forget it. That's an unfortunate thing. Are you saying that you sing, finally?
Yeah, but only the end when she gets pissed.
Oh, I see.
Finally, yeah. That's what I sang.
That's not the end. The end it goes like this. Finally.
Oh, sorry. You're right. Yeah.
Finally, you came along.
That's
right?
the funny
That's
part.
Funny. Okay, so all these things that we can just do freely here.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to get in trouble for this.
No.
Not true in stodgy old England.
Oh, really?
Pip, pip, cheerio.
Yeah.
Get ready to keep your liquids on the inside.
Do you think they put rouge on that baby?
Which baby? Oh,
King
George?
He's so cute, but do you think they add a little rouge?
He has to. I think he's got full airbrush.
Yeah, you're right.
I know
Full coverage.
he's got MAC lashes on. No, he's got Shu Uemura lashes.
Yeah.
He's doing MAC concealer. He's doing a NARS lipstick.
Yep.
Yeah. He's got Décolletage Otage. What's that? No, Brian. What's that Christian Dior stuff?
Oh.
Décolletage de highlighter.
Yeah, de highlighter. That's a beautiful name for a boy.
De highlighter.
Yeah.
Oh. Dibs.
Yeah.
Okay, so audio. Okay, this is a crazy sounding law in the UK. The Audiovisual Media Services Regulations 2014.
Wow.
Is an amendment to the 2003 Communications Act, and it states that all video on demand, which is anything you can stream, must conform to a new set of standards and must not contain any specially restricted, which means under 18, stuff in it, unless they can guarantee that no one under 18 will see the video, which you can't do.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because they're saying that it might impair the physical, mental, and moral development of persons under the age of 18.
Okay, Tipper Gore.
Yeah,
I
know.
Say.
But what about the Kardashians?
Yeah.
They're making this country go to hell in a handbasket.
That's right.
An Hermes handbasket.
You know what? So it's okay.
Yeah.
Right, ladies? Sex in the City.
What does that mean? Okay. People who... Now, that doesn't really affect the porn that's already out there. What it affects is the porn that can be made. So, porn...
I didn't even know porn was on demand.
The internet.
Oh, that's what they're talking about?
Yeah. That's what,
I thought they meant like
in Britain, they
Time
do
Warner
proper.
Cable video on demand.
No, in Britain they do proper. They're like, video on demand.
That's what I thought that meant.
Have
like
you checked your email on your video on demand?
I thought that meant like, you know, like on like cable on demand.
Well, maybe it does, but it seems to be. I mean, I don't know. It looks like it either is like hotel porn, but it sounds like it's going to affect the people making the porn, that they can't do. This is what they can't do. It says people who can't make porn. Oh wait, sorry. People can't buy porn that wouldn't be allowed in a sex shop. So there's like regulations on the DVDs that you, whoever, if you're like 85 years old and you still jerk off to DVDs, whatever those regulations are in the sex shop, they apply to video on demand. So no kinky shit, none of this. Okay, here's what you can't do. This is what the ban.
People under 18.
Period.
Oh, for anybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
You cannot have this in porn, in streaming porn, or maybe I think also sex shops in the UK. This is according to the ban. The ban. Spanking. Caning.
Okay.
Which, aggressive whipping. So those two things, by the way, are BDSM things.
Yes.
And for the most part...
But it does say excessive. Like, I wonder if they just mean scat.
Aggressive
porn.
whipping.
It's not called scat. What is it
scat
called?
Porn?
Yeah. No, that thing, I don't know what they call it. I mean, it's something that's going to hurt somebody. No.
It just says spanking, caning, aggressive whipping.
Okay.
So
I mean, I don't know. What is that porn called? No, it's when people actually get hurt.
Oh,
Snuff.
That's not what this is at all.
Okay.
This is basically targeted at people who are doing niche things like sex clubs kind of stuff. And in most cases, people who like to be spanked or whipped or used a little horse crop on or whatever, they like a little bit of pain. They don't like to get like injured and bruises and stuff, but they like a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
It gives them bonus.
Fine line between pain and pleasure.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Penetration by any object associated with violence, so no gun fucking.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, because you never know what's going to be loaded.
Yeah, your gun or your
There's
dick.
only one gun that's loaded around these parts, partner.
Oh, whoa. I love.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're getting back into doing Westerns.
Thank you.
Physical or verbal abuse, regardless of if it's
You
consensual.
bitch. Fuck you, asshole. Right? Like that?
I think it's like calling. I think it's like.
You son of a bitch.
Never been
How
horny.
dare you?
So horny right now.
Go fuck yourself.
This is my parking spot.
You piece of shit. Pay your fucking mortgage. Like that?
I've never seen you happier. Okay. Physical or verbal abuse, regardless of if it's consensual, which I actually agree with.
Yeah.
Like, we don't need to see that. This is a real word. Your urolongia, which is golden showers, which is the
Urolongia?
Urolong. I
bet Ava Longoria is not happy about that.
Urolongia.
Yeah.
No, not at all. They said it in the UK, urolongia, known as water sports in parentheses, and I was like, well, that doesn't fucking tell me what this is. And then I looked up and it was like golden showers. By the way, the fact that I had to do any research on this just made my morning just full of just. I was eating cereal and looking at dicks basically this morning. The last one on the list, or not the last one, female ejaculation, can't see that. Strangulation, which I agree. Face sitting.
Face City?
Face sitting.
Oh, face sitting.
No, not Face City, where all the buildings look like famous people.
You can't show any depictions of Face City.
Meet you at the Marilyn Monroe face for hamburgers.
What's wrong with face sitting? I mean, that seems
That's
pretty
the
harmless.
whole thing. That's the whole thing. Face sitting and fisting. And the last three, strangulation, face sitting, and fisting,
I'm going to pass out.
they consider to be life endangering. Which, I have to be honest with you.
I don't really know what face sitting is. Just sitting on someone's face.
Well, here's the thing.
You're going to kill me.
I started working out.
Yeah,
Right?
I do.
So I've been doing a lot of squats. So when I sit on a guy's face, it's like being on. It's like
A workout?
Lou Ferrigno or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it's like for guys.
Oh,
like the
I see.
Hulk is just sitting on their face. So it is pretty dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, my thighs look like ham hocks.
I guess I never
Like
think that guys
muscular
would sit on a
pigs.
girl's face. It makes sense.
Guys would sit on a girl's face?
Wouldn't girls sit on guys' faces? Isn't that
all
what
the
they do? Isn't
time.
that what a mustache
Yeah,
ride
ride
is?
them like a horsey.
Yeah.
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 Mustache rides?
Isn't that what they call that?
Well, mustache rides is only when the guy has a mustache.
Oh, right.
If you don't have a mustache, it's not. There's Tom Hanks rides. Would you just ride people who look like Tom Hanks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
5 o'clock shadow rides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just shadow rides where you ride the shadow of the person laying in bed.
Yeah. Kings of Leon rides, which is just guys with like dirty
Yeah.
old beards.
Amusement park rides, which is just you go to amusement park.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're all applicable. Eczema rides, guys who have eczema on their face.
Oh, that's
yeah.
hot. Yeah.
Carmex rides where the guy puts Carmex all over his face
Oh, that's
and you
great.
slip and slide around.
CarMax rides when you talk about good deals on cars while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. All kinds of rides.
So many rides.
Sunshine rides where you just sit on a guy's face and watch the sun come up. 6 to 7 a.m.
Yep.
Type of ride.
Bread rides, which is just misspelled as just watching bread rise while you fuck.
Yeah, Winona rides where you watch like Secrets of American Quilts while you whatever.
Secrets of American Quilts. I wish that was just a movie in VO, and it was just like, did you hear that? It's just quilts gossiping.
Okay, so a lot of people were pissed about it because some of these things on here, specifically face sitting and female face sitting,
Yeah.
face sitting and female ejaculation are directly related to the visual aspect of female pleasure.
Right.
Right. So just like I said before, it can't stop British people from watching stuff. It just it's an after the fact kind of ban, so you can get in trouble if this stuff gets out and they find it.
Okay.
But they're not going to come to you're not going to be like,
Right.
and then a policeman a Bobby
constable.
is going to come on the
Exactly.
come to the door and be like, oh, hear ye,
Yeah.
I hear you wanking off to a woman getting caned.
Yes.
And then they're like, Governor, leave us alone, Governor, almost finished. And they're like,
Yeah.
this is an officer of the law.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they're like, who is the Grim Reaper? No, what's that mass murderer from the UK?
Jack.
Who's Jack the Ripper? Are you Jack the Ripper? And he's like, I'm ripping something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my point is
You
is
don't
that,
want that to happen.
what? I'm ripping something?
No, I mean that would be a
You
horrible
never jerked
thing.
it so hard you ripped it? Guys can get injuries down there.
Yeah, no, I know.
One time I had a guy. Remember that conditioner story I told you about? That guy using.
I do
conditioner?
remember when
But it was because he
what happened again?
was so nervous about someone bending his dick back because someone had done that.
That he put conditioner in you.
Well, he said we had to do extra lube because of it, because of his own fears. And now I have a fear, which is putting conditioner.
Why did you guys use conditioner? Oh, well, because I guess that's the closest thing
if
to
you're
it
at
if
a
you don't
hotel,
have lube. Yeah.
Better than soap.
That's for sure.
And he made me use the shower cap
One
as a
time
condom.
a girl bent my dick back, so can we use extra lube?
Yeah. He was like, everything in here can be a sexual object.
And didn't the conditioner just keep coming out of you like for days?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just plops of conditioner. But my pubes have never been softer.
That's nice.
So here's one thing I was actually shocked about. I didn't know there was porn production in the UK. I was very arrogant, and I was like, don't they just get this stuff from here and then just overdub it?
Right.
Where there's like, oh, it's a pizza delivery.
It really makes me mad that anyone would step on our turf.
Honestly, because we're doing a really good job. I mean, just the idea of British people having sex in their snap rim caps.
Yeah, eating clotted cream. Just like taking breaks between sucking dick to like chew on a beat.
On a bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting down to their wellies and just having their Irish setter just look at them fucking.
Yeah, calling vaginas Christmas pie.
Yeah, everything missionary.
Yes.
No thanks. So people weren't happy in the UK.
Nor should they be.
They were like, I object! Especially about the face sitting and squirting, as I mentioned earlier, because it's particularly anti-female. What's interesting about this is that you notice on this list there's no guys bukkake on women. You can still do that. You can be a guy. You can do a dump cum in someone's butt. Mm-hmm. You know, you can cum in someone's eyeballs, which we all know stinks. You know it. I know it. We've been there. We've been to the ophthalmologist after that, trying to explain that to a doctor.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your eyes?
I'm just in a field of bluebonnets right now. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. You can't do it. You can do all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can come in someone's mouth.
You got
Just
it.
dump all your ice cream cake into someone's mouth. You know what I mean?
Cake?
Your melted ice cream cake. Just dumping it into someone's mouth.
Ew, that'd be so gross. Have you ever seen chunky cum?
Well, you earlier admitted that yours comes out like
whole
peas.
fruits and vegetables.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
I thought you were just
That's
saying
fine.
the shape.
No.
Like it came out like the ice cream of the future.
No. Dippin' Dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes if I eat that, yeah.
So, people were mad. Protesters sat on each other's faces in front of Parliament.
You've got to be kidding me.
With their pants on.
No, but still.
Yeah, but you just put a straw in so you can breathe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the best protest I've ever heard
of. Others saying Monty Python sit on my face.
Okay.
Okay. But this is my favorite thing that happened. It's an app that someone made called Squirt Alert. And here's the description. The UK has gone into disarray after the BBFC, which is the British Board of Film Classification, ruling bans and effectively declares war on female ejaculation, spanking, face-sitting, femdom, and generally many of the world's favorite kinks. It's up to you to fight the madness. Save female ejaculation and save the world. And then they have this quote, obscenity is whatever gives the judge an erection, which is for sure from the Rainmaker. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's John Grisham all the way.
For sure.
Good
for
here's
them.
What you do.
Yeah.
You're the player, right? But the player has the POV of a lady's legs and a vagina.
What is the player?
The player, you as the player. This is an app. It's a game.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's called Squirt Alert.
Right.
And you should be on alert because squirts are coming. That's my interpretation of what the subtitle should be.
Okay.
So you're a lady. You're just the legs and vagina and the fingertips of a woman who is very well manicured.
Oh, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
Is it French? Is it
Full,
tips?
No, very classic gel nail.
Great.
So your legs are spread like this, and then you're amongst Parliament, you're amongst all these stodgies, and you have to squirt as many of them as you can with your lady syrup, and then that's when you win the game. Oh, you should see it. Have you ever seen a woman jerking off in a video game app that's only available on Android?
The answer was yes until the middle.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Fuck those people in Parliament, honestly. Because all they do is put on wigs and scream at each other. Why can't a woman get off?
Yeah, agreed. And also, the fact that this app is out there and it's funny / weird / sexual, great. I love it. I love that people are protesting. I personally do think there should be a fine line. There should be a line with some sort of pornography because I do think it can get to the edge where if a child were to come across it, it might be scary.
Right. But that's everywhere.
But face sitting, squirting's not scary. Squirting is natural. I know. My nickname's Little Squirt. And I go
Little?
around, yeah. Well, because it's ironic. Because you think it's going to be a little bit, and then all of a sudden I'm just like...
Right, you're like...
Full Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
It's so powerful that I shoot up.
Sure.
I started fighting
It's like
crime.
Slimer just visited.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's more like a jetpack. You know when you go to Mexico and you do that water jet stuff?
Yeah, of course.
It's like that. But I don't wear a water jet. It's just all squirting.
That's great.
Yeah. So I ride around town on my motorcycle. I fight crime. I squirt out all the street criminals, white-collar criminals.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For those of us who haven't, thank you.
Da, 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 Dave Holmes.
Hey!
That's the introduction.
Hi, everybody.
We did it. How are you, Dave?
I like that. That's fun. I like to have theme
Dave,
music.
please always keep your sunglasses on because you don't know.
Okay.
You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
There you go.
They're Warby
so
Parkers.
Hollywood.
They're filthy.
Ooh.
They're filthy.
Why do
What's
guys clean their glasses?
Well, we do.
They're impossible to keep clean.
They're impossible to keep
What are you talking
Warby
about?
Parkers are. Mine are dirty every minute.
Really?
I don't know.
I went for a run in mine, and so I sweated on them, and then I took them off, and I didn't put them on again until just now.
You gotta
They're on
carry
my
this-
head the entire drive down.
Carry a spray and a
a
cloth.
microfiber?
Yeah.
Do you ever spray tan?
No.
No. me
You
neither.
haven't?
Have you
No.
though ever?
No.
You haven't? I did
No.
twice.
I did.
And
I
it
did a
wasn't
booth
right.
once. I did like a light booth once, but never a spray.
Yeah.
Because that never works.
I only
Right?
did.
No, I
You
mean,
can
it
always tell who does it.
That's the thing. It does work, but
No, my
it
friend
doesn't
Eileen-
really
Makes
work.
you.
Do you know
color.
Eileen
Yeah,
O'Connell?
It's weird. No.
She spray tans and she looks natural.
Yeah. Why don't you say that to her?
Call
I don't know her.
Eileen.
Let's
Okay.
introduce me.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll be fooled. You know, honestly, I don't know that it does. It's like plastic surgery. I think the times that it works really well
Right.
are times you don't know
You don't
about
notice
because
it.
it just looks good.
That's
That's
absolutely true. By the
Right.
way, all of your plastic surgery.
You're
is
looking.
good.
Thank you very
yeah,
much.
Beautiful.
You're,
Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Let me
The
get these
bags
off
are
my head.
finally
It's weird.
gone.
Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not.
Dave, you've
It smells crazy in here.
I know.
Let's just
Okay,
address
you know,
it.
I don't smell anything, but Aaron and
No.
everyone else said it smelled like fish.
I have very sensitive noses.
yeah.
Noses.
And it rained in the office / garage this weekend, and all the carpets are a little bit damp. So just
Right.
imagine your grandma's
So what do you,
basement,
yeah.
right? And that's what
Yeah.
this is.
Have you ever been to Filene's basement?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you end up buying anything?
I didn't. I was looking for the lady who sang the song. I saw a 60 Minutes story about Filene's.
Yeah.
And there was a checkout lady who had a special song that she would sing around the holiday season, and
Yeah.
I couldn't find her. And
Do
I didn't buy
you
anything.
ever DVR daytime shows?
Sometimes The View.
Uh-huh.
Because someone's going to die this season. You know that. And so I want to have it. Like, have you seen it this season?
I've only I think I only saw the first episode of this new
Yeah.
lineup with the new set with everything.
Rosie's
new.
putting her feet all in your face.
Why
like
was
a
she doing
crazy
that?
person? Rosie was sitting like cross-legged and with her shoes off because of some sciatica or something. So
Not
she
my
was just
problem.
like, yeah, not my problem at all.
By the way,
But your
that
feet
has
now
to do
are.
with your lower back.
Right.
Right.
Not your feet. But she was just like, she addressed it and she was like, I want you to know why you're looking at my feet.
But
and
could
then
she
in
get a
doing
Herman
that,
Miller Aeron chair or whatever?
Sure. Or do like inversion therapy as she has done on camera before. She should just hang
has?
upside down for the entire show.
That waterboard that you lay on and you can go.
No,
this way and
hers is
that?
like, it's like a sex sling, but she gets in it and then goes upside
Oh.
down.
Have
She
you
did it
ever-
on the
I
other
think
one.
she's like the one celebrity who year by year cuts her fan base in half, which I respect.
Yeah.
like she started off with 100 million people, and now it's
Right.
like 2 million.
Yeah.
maybe.
Hardcore.
Like, she
It was
just-
the Helen Terry haircut. I think really was like that was the peak. That
That
it all
really
started
was.
going down.
That's
from
when
there.
they really
That's
all
when
fell
people were
off.
like, "You're menacing."
I feel like it was actually less that she came out and more that she did that haircut in the process.
Yeah, because she was just like theoretically a lesbian before that,
Right.
But then when she did the hair, it was like, "Oh no,
It
no,
was
no,
like,
this is
oh,
too real.
Exactly.
This is
You're-
too real
you're
for
like
us now."
all in it.
Did
But
the
now-
haircut happen at the same time as she was throwing koosh balls around?
That was later.
No, it was right after she quit.
Yeah.
it was like right after her show ended that she was like that.
She's like,
that
"Who
hair
gives a
was the
shit?
first decision she
I'm a
made.
billionaire.
Yeah.
Here's like a shaved side of my face."
And I feel like she was always on a cruise during that period.
Sure.
She was
Our
always-
family cruises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was always doing that.
Is that in conjunction with the Disney gay cruise or no?
I don't know that there is a Disney gay cruise.
There's a
is
Disney
there?
family gay cruise.
There is.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Disney cruise has a gay.
Night.
The Venn diagram
Something.
of Disney cruise people and gay cruise people must be the worst people.
I don't want to belong.
Can we agree?
You know they have Gay Day at Disneyland.
I've been.
You have.
I've been. I'm not a Disney person,
No,
but
me
a friend of
neither.
mine was putting it together, and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm going to go. And
Yeah.
I went. And I just don't like Disney.
No.
I'm a grown man.
Like,
You
it's
know what I
fine
mean?
for. I remember someone. I always tell this story, but someone in my class one time.
Is coming here in a helicopter.
And
right
like
now.
coming here in a helicopter in 10th grade. You would be shocked how that doesn't even pick up in here. Isn't that crazy?
You
It
can't
is.
hear it.
It is.
So in 10th
if this were a shit, like the sound guy would be like,
Stop. Cut.
NG.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, wait. For some reason it works. I bet these people didn't even know. These I pointed up. I bet those people in the helicopter don't even know we're doing this podcast right now.
They probably don't.
That's how good these mics are.
Wow.
The disappointing thing is no one ever stops the helicopter right above and just grappling hook down into this
That never
office.
happens.
Yeah, we have been trying to do this now for a
Yes,
couple months.
we have, and I'm
but
sorry.
you've been like all over.
I have been.
Well, the apology may be accepted.
Jet setter.
We'll see.
We'll hear what the excuses were.
Okay.
but you've been like every time we tried to get you, you've been out of town. So what
I
have you
know.
been up to?
Well, I got a job. I'm doing a new show for Ovation.
Oh, cool.
It's like a 3-episode pilot that will air. Thank you.
That wasn't Aaron clapping. That was the sound effects.
That was Ovation.
Yeah.
In sound emoji form.
Yeah.
There should be sound emojis, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's for falling
twins dancing.
Do you know that's the internationally recognized, not true, symbol for lesbians?
down. Twins dancing?
When you want to say lesbians in emoticon,
That's
you
what
do
you
that.
say. Anyway, that's interesting.
Never
That's
used
what
an
a
emoji
gay-
in my
I-
life.
Yeah.
A gay person who
story.
will remain nameless told me that.
Oh, okay.
It's not
It
you.
was Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Can we very quickly? I just want to get back. Rosie and Whoopi are going to fucking
Rosie.
kill each other. They I don't know if you saw the thing about the Cosby
did.
allegations and whatever. Like Rosie
Oh, I
is
didn't.
just
No, I
oh
was
my
thinking
god,
of-
it's amazing.
never mind.
It's
No,
amazing.
so
There's
what
like
happened?
Whoopi at the time was like, I don't know, it's still an allegation. I wasn't there. Like it's innocent until proven guilty. Blah blah blah. And Rosie was chomping on gum.
Oh, yeah.
Just like staring daggers at her. And like she was saying something, and Whoopi like moved her chair a little bit, and Rosie was like, "What? Are you mad?" And Rosie was like, or Whoopi goes, "Rosie, I was moving my chair." And the two of them, like, as the other two were talking, and Rosie Perez is like, well, because, it's social media, and so, that's a problem. It's social media. Just, like, trying to make a point and not able to. Terrified that she's going to be stabbed
In
on
that
air.
crossfire.
Yeah, just the two of them for the next minute were
Yeah.
just, like, staring into each other, like, if in the corner of other people's shots, just staring into each other's
I
eyes.
have a few things to say. One, Rosie Perez, a huge disappointment on that show.
little
Sorry,
bit.
Aaron.
Rosie Perez is on the show.
Yes, she's one of the panelists. And
Every
you
day,
would-
what are you doing?
I couldn't
DVR
care
that shit.
about
Everyone's
this
got a DVR.
I know. And this
less.
is not Aaron's sort of playground.
You guys know I'm a girl, right?
wrong.
Yeah. But Rosie
I'm not a
Perez,
40-year-old mother of 3.
total disappointment.
Yeah.
You would think that she'd be fiery and
Yeah,
I mean
no,
that's such
she's
a
terrified.
stereotype, but like you would.
But no, but it is a stereotype. But it's
Yeah.
also her personality.
yeah,
Right?
And also that Whoopi, and we don't have to talk about this for a long time, but that Whoopi,
Too late.
No, but that Whoopi is still, I think, sort of defending Bill Cosby, even.
I don't know.
after
I don't
this
watch it
Beverly
every day.
Johnson thing. Well, she
Right.
is, which is to me out of control.
That's
But then
insane.
what's Rosie O'Donnell's? Do they now say O'Donnell Perez now? They have two Rosies.
Oh yeah, what do they
I don't know
say?
what they do. I don't watch it all the time. I
What
just
is
DVR it
O'Donnell?
sometimes.
What's O'Donnell's point on the whole Bill Cosby thing?
Oh, she's like he should fry.
She's just like
Yeah.
full. Take the torches
right
to the castle.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wants his head.
Ovation.
Okay. Ovation. So I'm doing a show called American Canvas. It's like a travel show, but it's looking at American cities sort of through the lens of art. So like
Oh, rad.
painters and sculptors and
a lot
dancers.
of folk artists too.
Yeah, some folk art, all different
I'm
kinds of
so
art.
jealous. When did
It's
you
gonna
go to
be
the
fun.
Ozarks?
We haven't yet.
But you're
Our
going
3
to?
episodes were San Francisco,
Great.
Austin, Miami.
Those are
Oh,
three good
Miami,
cities.
yeah.
3 good cities. Miami. Buenvenido a Miami is what
Yeah.
they said when
Yeah.
I got there.
Is Miami a good city?
It is. We
you
were
do
staying on
Art
South
Deco?
Beach, which made me want to die.
We
That's
did an
what
Art
we-
Deco
we
walking
were just
tour.
there a couple weeks ago.
Oh my god!
They were
Where'd you
dicks to
stay?
me when I tried to do that walking
Where'd you
tour.
stay?
The Victor.
Okay, I was right next door at the Beacon.
Okay, yeah.
Loudest place I've ever been in my entire life.
Oh, I
So loud.
got
People
so
audibly
scared.
doing cocaine in
Yeah.
rooms on either side.
And it was like I told Aaron, I was like, it's the kind of place for me that like. Whenever I used to see gay stereotypes in movies, I was like, that doesn't exist anywhere. That doesn't exist.
Oh,
I was
guess
like,
what?
Oh no, it's all in Miami.
I
Miami.
never thought the birdcage was less underdone than after I went
Yeah.
to Miami Beach.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, they didn't even hit. This is like full iceberg tip
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
The water, it's beautiful.
Water's beautiful.
Aaron, what did you say? She said
This is on my anti-bucket list.
that, and also she said that so much there looks like Selma Avenue.
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah.
Which
Okay, so you took the Art Deco walking tour?
No, I
She did.
couldn't.
Oh, I thought you
because,
did.
No, because I said, hey, I don't have time to wait. It was like 30 minutes, and I could have gone on it right now or never.
Right.
So I was like, do you have a map where I could just like I could buy and do my own tour? And he was like, no. And then I was like, so you don't have a map of the thing that you do? And he was
Right.
like, ask the woman in the store. And I was like,
What woman? What store?
Way to be, way to be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Guy who works at the information.
Although I would have liked to have done something like that. Like,
Yeah,
that
it
would have
was
been-
interesting.
Yeah.
We did an
Oh,
Art Deco
that's-
walking tour with
but-
with a woman who was like real into it, like a One Direction
the
fan, but
best.
for Art Deco
Yeah.
and old. And that was really interesting. I think that'll cut together well.
A lot of
I
those
hope.
buildings were built by New Yorkers in the 20s,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But
but yeah,
why did Miami Beach become a thing?
because of Art Basel. Well, it became a thing for our show because of Art Basel.
Right.
It
No,
became
but-
a thing
yeah.
for I don't know.
Why
Were you
was
there?
it
I don't
the why was it the destination of like
I
East
think
Coasters?
Oh, because like it was just unclaimed like land. It was just
Right.
it was wide open and beautiful and
Close
never
to
cold.
Cuba.
It is beautiful. Were you there? So were you there during Art Basel?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh
so we
my
got to go to
God.
that once,
Did
which
you
was
see
sort of cool.
Banksy?
Didn't? Well, I might have. Who knows?
Yeah.
You could be Banksy.
Someone said Banksy's a woman.
That could be.
Heard
I'd
it.
love that.
Heard that rumor.
No way.
I would love that.
How many?
I would think it would be fun if it were like Mindy Cohn from The Facts of Life.
That
That
would be
Banksy.
great.
Amazing.
Yeah. She's
That's
got.
that's the only woman I can think of.
How many? Fair enough. How many Real Housewives did you see?
I don't know, but
Slash
probably
Hiltons?
a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah, probably
Fair
a bunch.
enough.
I
How
never-
weird is that island where Gloria Stefan lives with all
Oh,
the
it's
other
all
people?
islands.
Star
There are
Island,
a billion
right?
islands. Yeah. I
That's
passed
one of
that.
them.
There are 8,000 little private islands.
I never
like
knew
our camera guy like knew everything about the city and was one of those people who just would talk all day. And so like
Right.
half of what, like 40% of what he would say would be like, that's a private island and blah blah blah. Sports guy lives there and Oprah has that island over there. It's just all fucking islands. And
they-
it's of course going to be gone in like 6 months.
But it all looks like Spring Breakers.
yeah.
Do they shape them for them?
I
Oh,
wonder.
like
I
the
wonder.
Pineapple Island?
I
Like in
didn't even think
Dubai,
to
I
ask.
think they do something like
You know,
that. I
those
think
are
they'll build an
basically
island
all
for you.
eroded now.
The Dubai Islands?
Yeah.
The Isles of Dubai?
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
That's too bad.
I have a friend in Dubai right now, and he says it's just insane because
Parties?
it's like, well, it's very like obviously it's very restrictive and like oppressive and whatever, but they can't touch you if you're in a hotel. That's the deal.
Okay.
So you can drink and fuck and do whatever in a hotel. So it's like
That's like your embassy.
super crazy Muslim, and then you go into a hotel and it's just people
Yeah.
just fucking
Just
like crazy.
skiing naked.
Yeah,
And right.
skiing naked,
No
partying
thanks.
naked.
Party.
By the way,
Co-ed
that's
naked lacrosse.
all that is that's
That
all
happens.
that's Hasidic Jew loophole with the wigs. You know what I mean? That's all that is. Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna be religious, do it. Don't be like, oh, but then you can wear a wig that's made out of real hair, but you have to hide your hair.
Right.
Yeah.
My
Nothing makes
neighborhood
me
is
matter.
very my neighborhood is very orthodox, and we don't have street lights or sidewalks. And,
What?
And they walk like 6 abreast in the middle of the street in dark suits,
Oh,
and I have
color
a
me
Prius
bad
that doesn't
style?
make any noise, so I'm going to kill a Jewish person at some point in
For
my life.
sure.
For sure.
Um,
Where do you want to say what part of town you live
Yeah,
in?
Studio City.
Oh, Studio City. Oh, okay. Wait, you don't have sidewalks in Studio City?
No, not in my little area.
In your alcove?
My little
Wow.
nook, my enclave.
Oh, beautiful. I didn't know you were
I don't know why.
French. Yeah. Okay, so you did 3 episodes of the show.
3 episodes of the show. It was awesome, and I hope we get to do more.
Do you like traveling for shows?
I do. I wish that I had had more time in each place. You know what I mean?
That's
Because it
the
was
bummer.
crazy long shoot days, and then by the time it was over, I wanted to go to bed, and then I would wake up and we would just be
Yeah.
shooting again. So
Yeah.
if I had one extra day in each place, I would have been a little bit happier.
Yeah.
But it was great. Yeah, I love to get out.
I already forgot I know San Francisco, Miami. I already forgot the third.
Austin.
Austin. Did
Yeah,
you like? That's where I'm
It was
from.
fun.
Did you like
yeah,
Austin?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. What's not to love?
Did you see a lot of paintings of boots?
No, but I saw a lot of paintings, saw a lot of street art.
Oh yeah.
Went-
Austin's funky.
It's real funky. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird down there.
weird.
Keep it that way.
Put that on
Well,
a
you know
shirt.
what? They should. They
My
should
dad
keep
has
it.
no joke. My dad has a T-shirt that says, because my dad lived whatever from Austin, but
Mm-hmm.
now in El Paso and whatever. My dad has a shirt that says, "Keep the weirdos in Austin."
Oh, okay. That's smart.
So,
Yeah.
I like
is
that.
it-
I guess it goes both ways.
Just anybody you don't like, just put them in a tiny little area and put
Yeah.
fences up.
That's all you got to do. Are you still doing? You're doing something for Vulture
I
right
do.
now.
Yeah, I have like a weekly, semi-weekly column called Somewhere in Time, where I take like a top 40 chart or a top 10 movies or something,
Of course.
and I write about it, and then like I've been sort of sneaking bits of memoir into it just because, like why not? And I wanted
Yeah.
to see if my editor was like paying attention and whatever. And he has kept them all. And so that's weird. So I'm sort of telling half my life story and then half just the story of
Well,
like
great,
what
because-
music sounded like in 1992 or whatever.
Has there been one that anyone that I would imagine those would get strong reactions?
They
sometimes.
do.
Yeah.
They really do. It's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Have you talked about Cake yet? The band Cake?
No, I haven't gotten into Cake.
Have you seen the movie Cake?
I have not seen the movie.
Do you
Cake.
think it's actually a movie or just a poster?
I don't know. I don't know.
Me neither.
And hasn't Jennifer Aniston done the thing where she like doesn't wear makeup?
It's
before?
the Nell thing.
Okay,
It's.
But
I think it's
wasn't
like
the Good Girl sort of that
yes,
as well?
which I loved. Did you like that movie?
I didn't see it.
It was really good.
She plays a cashier. That's
Okay.
all you need to know.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is in it. Did you see Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
No, I have it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Did you like it?
I did like it.
I did not like
but
it.
I also I left at the end because I was like, too violent.
I hear Renee
Newso. She's my favorite.
Nene Leakes, I hear, is great in it.
She is. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Renee Russo is basically Faye Dunaway in Network.
Yes.
Oh, she's that kind of character?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
think you're
pretty
gonna
fun.
like it, but there's problems with it in that you're like, for me, I was like, I don't really buy that this is a person, which it's
No.
not. Like, you're just like, oh, he's just too weird.
Yeah. And he does that, it's like that kind of thing that a lot of people rave about, where it's like, oh, he's really doing a character, but he's not connecting with any other person on screen. He's like in a completely different movie than everybody
Right.
else.
Like
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah.
But he also is too skinny and he looks weird.
Yeah.
I like my Jake a little beefier.
Filled out?
Is it like a Matthew McConaughey
not
play?
Prince of Persia
Right.
filled out.
Oh,
But
sorry.
Just, regular,
Okay, calm down.
Yeah. What are you doing for the holidays?
Okay,
Swimming
so-
in your new fucking pool that
Swimming
you
in my
said you
brand
were
new
going to
pool.
invite me to and then you never did?
I need to do
Is
that.
it
don't I?
heated?
Clear that
No,
air.
it's not, which is a real problem, especially this time of year.
Yeah, well,
So we only use it in the summertime.
Do electric eels in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's just what I'll do.
Yeah.
I am going. Okay. So from the column, I ended up getting a book deal. So now I'm writing a book that is due next year.
Okay.
And I'm so
How is it
fucking
already
far
due?
behind. It's due June 1st of next year.
Oh.
Oh my God, are you having a heart attack?
I'm having I'm having an extended heart attack. I've never been this frightened for this long and
you
this
tell us what the
intensely.
book is about?
It's basically the same. It's like just a collection of sort of personal essays and stuff like that in the kind of the Rob Sheffield sort of vein.
Right.
Have you read
That's
Love is a
interesting
Mixtape?
that they wouldn't have wanted it around May Day.
It's weird, right? Well, 2016. It's coming out May of 2016.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so we'll have
then
a
it will be
maypole.
released around May
It'll be-
Day.
yeah.
Great. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that all the celebration would be in place for that.
Everything's lined up.
I'm glad to hear
Everything
it.
is lined
Do you
up.
have a working title or any kind of?
I
Call
it's
it
called-
working title.
Oh shit! No, it's called Party of One right now,
Oh.
but it could change. It could
Yeah.
change. It will change probably. But so I'm way behind.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I am I'm subletting a place in Chicago in the dead of winter for like 6 weeks, and I'm just gonna bust it out. I'm not going on auditions. I'm not doing anything else. I just want to like be in a place where it's so fucking cold that I have no option to go outside or do anything, and like I have a handful of
That
friends.
is intense.
It's gonna be fucking intense.
2
I'm gonna grow a
words.
beard.
The Shining.
Well, yeah.
So watch out.
Okay.
I mean, because you could turn into that.
I could turn into Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, everyone in Chicago at a certain time of year grabs an axe and hunts for Shelley Duvall. But luckily, we don't know where she is, so we're okay.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'm concerned about
That's
that.
interesting because I have a book proposal due, bragging.
Okay. I mean, everyone's writing something.
Yeah, well,
But
get with it. Where's yours?
Brian, I
Get to
believe
it.
you
I
got an offer
write-
to do one.
Yeah, I did get an offer to do one, but I'm not doing it. Because you know what?
Yeah, make a phone call right now.
I think the Kathy comics are dead, like they should be, and I'm not the one that's going to revive it. That was the
Were you
pitch.
going to revive Kathy?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! But,
I
that,
was
by
gonna
the way,
change it to
should
a
have.
C.
Oh,
Or a
okay.
K.
Okay.
A C. A
That's
K.
where I would have gone with the happy parody if I were Weird Al. Instead of tacky, I would have gone
Oh,
Kathy.
Kathy!
'Cause I'm Kathy, but I guess it's just not
Dave,
relevant.
that
It's not in the
might be
zeitgeist
the
anymore.
most. That's the number one idea of all time in my life. Yes.
Let's write it. Let's
I'm
do it.
In.
Why don't we do it?
Why are
we
you?
absolutely should.
You guys can do it
Ack.
on Funny or Die
We
because
just
I'm
should,
Kathy.
'cause I'm Kathy.
Come on,
That would be amazing.
you guys.
So not on time, but so perfect. Like so late to every game involved.
yeah.
When
The
you
Kathy
don't know
game,
what
the
to
happy
say,
game.
all you have
The
to
tacky
say
game.
is "ack."
But
Yeah.
yeah, we should do
Great.
it.
Ack.
should do it.
We could talk about Irving. We could get the
Yeah,
mom in
the
there.
mother.
We get her trying on swimsuits.
Have you
Eating
seen the Kathy
chocolate.
Christmas special? Please
no.
watch it.
That's a thing?
Yes.
From the comic strip?
Yes, it's an animated comic. It's an animated cartoon.
When did they make it?
80s. When
That
else?
sounds good.
When- yeah.
Sorry,
Kathy,
you were talking
prime
about your
Kathy
book.
Oh
time.
no, I was just gonna say.
Who cares? Let's keep talking about
Yeah,
Kathy.
you're right.
No, you're right. My only point was, it's interesting because I have not been able to really sit down and do anything. I can do things in like piecemeal, but
Right.
then shit always comes up. Like
Yes.
there's an emergency or like
Yes.
something with the podcast or whatever. I haven't
Right.
had a full week where I could just write on it, which
Yeah.
I need to do. So, I keep getting like in moments where I'm like, oh, I have 3 days and I feel really good about it, and then I have to stop working on it. But I never even thought of this whole
Do it.
just go to another city
Get
and
the
just
fuck out of
fucking
town
finish
for
it.
like even if it's just like a week or two.
I'm gonna
just
do
to
it for
be
2 weeks.
away. Do it. Do it.
But do you
especially
think
in
you'll just
wintertime.
fuck
There's
around?
so many cheap places.
Yeah.
I can't. That's the thing. I can't fuck around. It's gonna be too cold to fuck around.
Yeah.
I don't have people to fuck around with. Really. You know. I'm gonna be in like an attic apartment. That like everything is pointing toward my laptop and working for 6
Okay.
weeks. I cannot fuck around. I have been.
I mean, you have a
fucking
deadline.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a deadline. I have a series of deadlines, which is good, but I'm behind.
Well, what I can only work under deadlines.
Oh, well, guns to your head. You have to have two bandits.
Yeah.
I do. I have to do.
You have to
I
have
do a
red
whole
dot,
thing where exactly
like a laser, not a bindi, but like a
No,
laser.
I
Yeah.
at first I thought you were really being offensive to my
No,
people, but then I
I've
realized-
got the stuff that you want. I got the thing that you need.
What I do, my writing process is I blare the Bodyguard soundtrack.
Sure.
I dress up as a saloon man and have two people come rob the saloon and put guns to my head.
Smart.
And they're there, and we're all talking in accents, and Queen of the Night's on a loop until I finish what I'm writing.
Fantastic. That's a
But
great idea.
usually it's just a tweet.
It's
so
very
it doesn't have to
expensive.
last too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you need for 140 characters.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm always on a deadline with Twitter.
Sure.
Do you get screeners during the winter holidays?
They haven't shown up yet, but yes.
What are you excited to see in the home?
Well, I already
in the
broke
home?
down and saw Whiplash. I couldn't wait. And
I
saw-
have it. I haven't watched it
Do you
yet.
think
Oh,
the
it's like
movie is
so much.
racist because it's a movie about jazz that makes black people decorations?
What? Have you seen it?
Well, I
This
mean,
is the
it's a
criticism that-
two-person movie.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, everybody's decoration.
Right.
Everybody but Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons is decoration.
I
But yeah.
haven't seen it yet. Did you see it?
No, this
Oh.
is a criticism that I've heard from two friends who are not white.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Oh, so
I guess
you liked it, Dave?
I loved it.
Oh, okay.
Loved it. Loved it.
So you are going on
KKK
record
forever?
I
as
am.
being a member of the.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, I just
Fully
wanted to
racist.
make sure we were.
No,
clear.
I
I'm from
didn't-
St. Louis too, so this is.
By
I'm,
the way-
I'm on thin ice.
Yeah, you are really on thin ice. I was just curious. I haven't seen it, but I didn't know anything about it, so I didn't know if that
It's
was like a
absolutely
thing.
terrific. I loved it.
I haven't-
so much.
Did it give you an anxiety attack?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of it, I was like,
You know,
my
but if
heart
someone was
beating.
banging drums in my ear like that, I'd get pissed too.
It's not, but it wasn't anger. I loved it. It was pure love.
I want to see. No.
Oh,
not
are you
your
talking about
anger,
J.K. Simmons? Oh, you would just be furious.
I would just be if
But he's
someone
not- but the thing is-
came around me and beating the drum when
Yeah.
I didn't want. I haven't seen the movie. I'm guessing,
He-
but it's
he's
about
just
someone
a
who
stand-
ding dong dishes someone with drums.
Sure.
And J.K. Simmons didn't ask for it, which
Right.
is doing his State Farm life as usual, and then gets interrupted by drums.
Yep.
I
The
would
Coen
have
brothers
a
call.
heart attack.
He can't even take a call from the Coen brothers because the drums are so loud.
No, so that's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Well, then
yeah. And he just follows him around with drums. He just pops out of corners. It's like a police training video. He'll just like pop out.
Sounds like a real he
bongo.
said because I'm on J.K. Simmons' side.
Well, see, I like Miles Teller.
Okay, Whiplash. What
I
else?
like the little music. What?
Are you going to see Into the Woods?
I did see Into the Woods.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I don't know that I loved it,
Did
but I
you see
liked
the
it.
musical?
You know what? I've never seen the musical.
Okay.
I've
Which
only
is
heard
so
the
sad.
musical. I've
Yeah,
never seen it.
I've heard and
Yeah,
I've
some of the
like heard
songs.
some of
Me
the
too.
musical.
Me too.
Yeah.
Into the wild, I hear united. Into the wild, is
that one of the songs from
I
it?
think that's Sarah McLachlan.
That is Sarah McLachlan. That is Sarah McLachlan. That's early.
Very early.
That's pre-breakthrough.
Pre-shave. That's when she had the waves.
Was Meryl?
Yes,
Can anyone
yeah.
say what do you say about Meryl Streep now?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I guess I sort of feel like, is she good?
It doesn't matter.
I
She
mean,
like
I
yeah, it doesn't
like,
matter.
What,
You
what
can't
do you even
evaluate
say?
her.
You just can't,
You
right?
can't.
Like it's
You
just
can't.
like there
It's-
she is.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's good.
Yeah.
I think other people in the movie are better.
Like who?
Emily Blunt, I think is great.
Anna
James
Kendrick?
Corden, I think is great. Anna Kendrick is fine.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her. But she didn't really like stand out a whole lot in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I liked it. There's a lot now going back and reading about it. There's a lot that they left out. Because now I'm like, well, I'm showing my cards, but I was going to pretend that I knew more about
Do they
Into the
adjust
Woods
the
than I
wolf
did.
character? Or not really? Because isn't he like basically a child molester in that?
Yeah, pretty much.
So
They
he's
don't
in the
really
movie
change
too.
it. He's
That's
in the
good.
movie. He's Johnny Depp.
I mean, it's
in
not
a crazy.
great, but I'm glad
yeah.
they didn't change that.
Yeah. He's still a child molester. And
Oh,
he-
sorry. What movie are we talking about?
We're talking
the
about Into the
Woods.
Woods.
Johnny Depp is in it.
Yeah, he plays the big bad wolf.
But
Is that what it's called?
But
The big
then,
bad
he's
wolf.
but
just
then
a
he has
wolf.
that other crazy mustache character happening right now.
Every movie.
What's that
Every
other
movie.
thing that he's in where he's like a bumbling detective from Europe?
Oh,
I
the
don't
speech
know.
from the Hollywood Film Awards? Yeah, he was
That
great.
was
in
No,
it.
incredible.
it's like a poster where he's like doing goofy eyes and he's got a mustache and he's like, boo.
I think it's from that. No?
No,
No, I
it's,
don't think so. He's
it's some movie he's in.
not at
Scrooge
all like a
McDuck.
detective. Yes,
It's like the bumbling case files of Mr. McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm so sick of those kinds of movies.
I'm so sick of Johnny Depp.
It's not going to make
I am
any
sick
movie.
to death of
It's not
Johnny
gonna
Depp.
make any-
too.
I have never been a huge fan of Johnny Depp. I think he's fine.
No.
I think he is the
What
king
about
of
what
what I
he-
was talking about, which is just being off in a completely different movie than everybody
Yeah.
else.
What
and doing
about
some crazy show.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Did you like him
Yeah,
in that?
I liked that. I liked My Own Private Idaho. He wasn't in that, but I liked it.
I liked it.
I
Oh,
enjoyed
you
that
like
movie.
Keanu Reeves in that. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I
Yeah,
did
and
like it. Well, what are you going to do for New Year's? Any traditions?
I'm going to be alone in Chicago on New Year's.
Oh my God,
Isn't
you
that great?
are?
Yeah.
Is that great?
I think that's great.
Are you
It
going to
can
day
be.
drink? Do you think that's a
I
problem?
might day
Yeah.
drink. I might day drink.
I feel like that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I feel like the writer's process inevitabilizes you
What?
That is a terrific word, and I love where this is going.
It inevitabilizes you
Yes.
to become.
Sounded better the second time.
Inevitabilizes.
The whole thing inevitabilizes you to become.
The third time it fell off a little bit. I feel like by the third time I was sick of it.
I actually agree with you. The whole thing inevitabilizes you to become.
But then it made a comeback. It made a comeback. I was ready to see it again.
It
Please don't say
inevitabilizes you to become Michael Douglas in Wonder Boys.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, but not
That
like,
was all worth it, wasn't it?
I think it makes you become more like Sharon Stone in not 9.5 weeks.
Basic
yeah,
Instinct.
Basic Instinct.
I will probably have an affair in Chicago
And
that will
murder
have
somebody.
S&M overtones.
What if your book, what if it, through all of this, your book just becomes an insane erotic thriller? It's just like total fiction.
It starts off describing
But is it?
why Toad the Wet Sprocket is the perfect band to encapsulate the 90s.
Yeah.
But then you murder.
There's a chapter on that
all
already.
of a sudden, it absolutely becomes like, I don't know, who's the new Sharon Stone? That's a question.
Oh, jeez.
Scarlett Johansson.
Do you think?
Oh,
Sure, why
maybe.
not?
Yeah.
Maybe like a Margot Robbie, who I've never seen do anything.
I don't even know who that is.
She was the woman in The Wolf of Wall Street.
oh, right.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
up and comer.
do
What
that.
about the
No,
woman?
she's a-
What about what's her name from Gone Girl?
Oh, Rosamund
Rosamund
Pike.
Pike.
Yeah, she could be.
I saw that one. I thought it was okay.
She could be a murderess.
Yeah.
Hey,
She is.
I have a story.
Devious eyes.
Do you ever go to the racetrack to watch 90s bands?
That's more of a question than a story, but no, I don't.
Do you know about this? You
I
can go see
didn't.
Better Than Ezra or like Toad the Wet Sprockets at the Hollywood
But
racetrack.
that one closed.
fuck.
Didn't Hollywood Park close?
It did?
Yeah. I saw Coolio there.
So, what if they keep doing it like a rave?
that they
like
should.
an old person rave.
Look, we just need
Where
an
did
old
all the
airport.
horses
Yeah,
go, Paul
we go to the
Cole?
bodega and we get an egg,
Absolutely.
and it tells us where to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's
That
in
would
San
be
Bernardino or
We
something.
take Euphoria.
Yeah.
Remember Euphoria?
Someone asked me
Montana?
for Molly the other day.
Stop your
They
mouth.
asked me
Really?
to buy the Molly. They were like, "You do Molly? Can you?" And I was like, "I've never done that in my life."
I don't know why
And
anyone
what am
would
I,
come
what
for you to
vibe
dance.
am I giving off? Like,
Well, you do wear plaid button downs.
it's true.
Somebody
Yeah.
once asked me if I wanted to do DMT.
What's that?
Which is like some crazy hallucinogen that like you take. It's a trip that lasts for like 45 seconds, but you feel like it's 10 years.
No.
It's like Inception, but it also like replicates what your brain does when you die. So it's like you have an out of body experience,
Oh
and
my
you like
God.
you fully disengage with your body and
No.
whatever. And I was like, who look at me?
Yeah.
What about me
On what
indicates
planet?
that would be a thing that I would do at all?
and they were saying
Much
it
less
like you
with-
gotta do it.
No, it was. I was at a party and I was taking the uncabaret class.
Oh, yeah.
And I ran into somebody who was in my uncabaret class at a party, and they were going to someone's house to do it at like on Saturday at 2 a.m, which sounds like the wrong time to do something like
God.
that. You're not
Full
emotionally prepared
stop.
for what you might see. So yeah, so she asked me that, and I was just, and I don't know that I've ever been more emphatic about my no.
Have
you know
people
what I mean?
died from that?
No.
So people just do. I would
Yeah.
never in a million years, not
Never.
in 1 million
Never.
years, do that.
Never.
I've done no drugs, only cocaine just recently.
Really?
She tried cocaine recently in a teepee.
No. Why? Have you told the
At a
story?
wedding. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, because it was a wedding in near Santa Cruz.
That does not explain your behavior
It
at all.
certainly doesn't.
They
because
had
it was
a
a
teepee
wedding.
on the property, and they were like, "Would you like to do cocaine?" And I was like, "Why not?" And my friend had a
aside from
tiny-
all of the very good reasons why not.
Yeah.
Well, I just never done it, and I feel like I got a bucket list at some point. You know,
Yeah.
Tiny spoon,
Tiny
like
spoon,
like a baby,
okay.
like a spoon. you
Old
would-
school.
Baby Thumbelina. You
Sure.
feed her
Sure.
oatmeal.
So very small.
Feed her oatmeal.
And not just Thumbelina.
No, you're right. You're right.
Not just Thumbelina. Baby Thumbelina.
Baby Thumbelina.
So you see how
You're
tiny it
right. Baby Thumbelina.
So doubly small.
The tiniest.
And you-
Thumbelina babies.
Scoop it like a protein powder, and you just snort it
Sure.
up your nose in a teepee. The weirdest thing was, we had just done cocaine, and then somebody literally crawled under the teepee
Yeah.
and popped up and was like,
that's
"Are you
not
guys
good.
doing drugs?" And we were like, "Wait." Just being in the teepee indicates that we're doing drugs.
It kind of does, but I would never expect that drug from a teepee.
No.
Peyote, mescaline,
Sure,
weed.
do mushrooms.
Yeah,
in a
mushrooms.
teepee.
If the Native Americans, the American Indians, right, the Cherokee, the
Yeah.
whatever other brands they sell.
How
at
many other
Target.
ways can you say it? Brands.
What brand of Indian are you?
Yeah.
If they had cocaine, they would have absolutely done it. They just didn't know about it.
We're
Well,
speechless.
yeah.
We just, how can we even answer?
So what was your experience like? Just if you've already been through it.
The worst version of me. By the way, I was married, and my ex-husband used to say to me, "You can never do cocaine because you talk too much," and that's exactly what I did.
Oh, you talked way too much.
And time went by so slowly, and I could not stop fucking talking, and I thought everything I said was so important.
Yes.
Ew, it was gross.
I did it once in my life when I was 24, and it was when I was working in advertising, and I had no money at all. I was like entry-level advertising
So
guy
you did
in
the
New
most
York.
expensive drug?
Well, yeah, so I did, because I had one of my roommates worked on Wall Street, which is just like cocaine fucking city, right? And I just
they
never
give it
wanted
to you
to do it.
with your check stub.
Yeah. And I never wanted to do it. And I had just started doing improv, and I had a really good show. It was like my third improv show ever.
Great, yeah.
And it was fantastic, and I was like, I'm the future of American comedy.
Yeah.
And I felt like fucking fantastic,
Yeah.
right? Just like I felt like I was immortal. And I went home, and one of my roommates, the coke guy, had a bunch of friends in from out of town. He's the coke guy. And he had a bunch of friends in for a bachelor party that weekend, and they were there, and they were all taking off work the next day, and they were doing cocaine around our coffee table. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do cocaine.
Yeah.
And I did it, and it was exactly as you said. Immediately awful.
Yeah.
But fun. And I was like, this is fun, but the only way to have more fun would be to do a little more.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem, right?
It becomes necessary.
So we kept going, right? Because they had nowhere to be in the morning.
How long did
I
you
called
do
out
it?
sick from work the next day.
How long did you do cocaine?
Until there wasn't any more.
Yeah,
until there wasn't any more to do.
I haven't done it since like college, and that was the problem.
Yeah.
You just don't stop until it's
You
gone.
can't stop. You can't stop. So we like, there were no bars to go to, right? So we got in a taxi, and it was these guys that I didn't know, but I was like, I love these guys. This is this is the next phase of my life. I'm a coke guy, and these are my friends. And so we went down to some shitty.
Phases. By the way, if that's not a chapter in your book, I'm a coke guy and these are my friends.
Yeah.
That has to be a chapter.
It will be.
And that title.
Yeah, and I have a year and a half to get my parents warmed up to that idea.
Sure, fair.
So we went to a jazz club. We went to Smalls, which never closes, in the West Village, and we sat and listened to jazz and fucking loved it. And then we went back. And we kept doing it, and it all comes back to fucking Rosie O'Donnell. We ran out of cocaine just as the Rosie O'Donnell show was starting at like 11 in the morning or 10 in the morning or whenever it was on. And she had her old hair, and she was shooting cush balls out into the audience and saying "cutie patootie," and I was starting to come down, and there was no more cocaine to do.
What a living hellscape!
It was a living hellscape, and I couldn't take a nap. I couldn't you can't jerk off. You can't do anything.
Nothing.
You can't do
You're
anything
right.
that makes you feel better.
You've got a limp
You can't
dick.
eat.
You've got anxiety through the roof.
You're
exhausted and can't
exhausted.
sleep. It is the
You're
worst of
filled with
everything.
shame.
Yeah.
You can't eat food.
Your
You
poopies
can't-
are so weird.
The what?
Your poopies are weird.
I'm sure they're
Poopies are
weird.
You keep thinking like, what if I had died? Will I still die?
Did I die?
Did I die?
Did I die?
The worst feelings about, oh God.
Everything.
It really makes me feel like I will never do anything like that
But
again.
here's the
Ever.
difference between
Ever.
doing it as a 30-year-old person, give or take a couple years,
Mm-hmm.
and a 24-year-old. I did one bump, and then I was like, "Thank you, that's it." I didn't.
Well,
I
that's
was
good.
like, I see exactly what this is, and I don't like the version that I just saw of myself, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Well, that's smart.
But here's the thing: it was like drinking a cup of coffee because I had the bump, and then I was like, dee 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 dee, talk, and then I felt awake, and I didn't feel sick. I didn't have that come down. I was just like, oh, it's like I just had a second wind.
The path to sobriety is always, this is how I feel. I feel like if someone is a cokehead or just wants to try coke,
Right.
give them the coke, let them try it, and immediately hold up a mirror. And you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because you look
bet.
you look
I bet.
awful on drugs.
Yeah.
Like, I always, every time I look in the mirror, I'd be like, oh my God, I look awful. Like,
Yeah.
every time.
I'm sure.
I don't know what.
Do you think-
I covered all of them. I was
Yeah,
sitting
exactly.
Shiva for myself.
Exactly.
Has Leo DiCaprio been doing cocaine for the last 15 years?
I don't know. I
can't-
I'm not good at spotting it in other people. Really.
I feel like he probably did it a long time ago. I feel like now he seems like he doesn't ever look heavy, but he always looks a little like bloated or he looks like maybe
think he's
alcohol's
he's
his
a wine
thing.
guy?
I think he's a wine guy.
Yeah.
He's
a couple
just
glasses of wine.
Yeah, just a spritzer.
If I had I had like $17 in the bank at the time.
Oh my God.
Because my direct deposit hadn't kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the number of my roommate's coke guy, and I was going to call later that day and get more because I was like, I'm a coke guy now. So, but I didn't have any money, and if I had $100 in my bank account, I would have spent it on cocaine, and I would be dead.
I'm telling you, it is not a good idea for anyone in their 20s to have money.
No.
It's just a
not.
terrible idea.
Terrible idea.
Don't make your money till your 30s.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Or at least. Maybe later.
Wait, when? 40s?
40s, I think.
50s?
40s, I think, is smarter.
Right before you die is when you want to make all your money.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then live.
Move down to Miami Beach.
Oh, could do
Then
the Art
get an
Deco
island.
Yeah.
walking tour.
Get a private island.
Dave,
private
It's
Idaho.
just a true pleasure.
Thanks, it was fun.
Happiest of holidays.
Thank you very much.
People can check you out on International Waters.
Oh, yeah. We
Sure.
forgot to mention International Waters. He
Yeah.
hosts International Waters.
And your
And
Twitter
another
is-
Maximum Fun podcast. Yeah.
Exactly. And your Twitter is
At Dave Holmes.
at Dame Ho- It's so easy.
It's so you were going to say at Dame Holmes.
Well, because you do
Rich.
that.
Not yet.
You do that fun account where you
after your
pretend
book,
to be Dame Judi
maybe you'll
Dench.
be knighted.
I will probably be knighted.
Yeah.
Or damed.
Damed.
I'll be
You'll be
damed.
deemed a dame.
I'll be deemed.
All it
is
takes
that
is
how it
it's
works?
just a guy in a zoot suit going, just calling you
It's Johnny Depp as the
gender
wolf.
inappropriate names. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Thanks, Dave. All right, we got some tweets.
Yay!
Just in time for the holidays.
This is where. By the way, hope you all have a happy Christmas.
Yes.
And if you're Jewish,
Happy
get with
Hanukkah.
the program.
Oh, good point. At Callum Gray says, don't shave and listen to Throwing Shade unless you want to cut your throat because you're laughing so much.
Oh God, be careful.
I know.
Also, switch to electric. Can you?
No. That's not nearly as good of a shave.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What about Norelco?
It's just not as good as a razor.
Triple circles?
Triple circles aren't as good as a razor. At Colin Sapera says, many thanks to Aaron and Brian for delicious single serving of worm comedy last night at the Throwing Shade Holiday Show.
Oh yeah, last Saturday we had our Throwing Shade holiday show.
Very fun.
Sure.
At Rooster Mania says, screw Aaron and Brian for putting the Blossom theme in my head, but thanks for the new fake illness, Rube Goldberg disease. And
How about this? Sometimes you know you'd have to gonna be this way.
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. At La Richard C says, I don't say this enough, but Throwing Shade is my favorite podcast. You get me.
Wow,
Very
thanks so
nice.
much. It's so nice. Thank you all so much for listening all year and just being supportive in general and
Yeah.
like telling us that you like stuff.
And just not being uncool.
Wait, can I say something seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how Twitter just let you do analytics?
I don't know.
It's just okay. Right now, you can look on Twitter and see how many of your followers are male and female.
Oh, weird.
And I was like,
What
really,
does that
I was
do for
really excited. Well, I'll tell you what it did for me. I was really excited to look because I was like, oh, clearly, we do a feminist and LGBT podcast. I'm just excited to see the numbers and how it all shakes out. 75% of my followers are men. And I'm not mad at those followers, but I am actually shocked that so few women follow me. So if
Well, it would also be interesting to see how many men and women are on Twitter.
Really?
I mean, that could be really imbalanced.
Will
I
you
don't
look
know.
at yours? Because I'm just curious.
Yeah,
if
sure.
It's just
I don't know how to do it, and so you'll have to show me.
oh
but-
yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
But I was actually I was a little bummed out. I thought it was going to be 50-50, but it wasn't. So if you know an elderly woman in the hospital, you can steal her email, sign up for a fake Twitter, and follow me. I appreciate
A worthy
it.
cause. A worthy cause.
Spend your holidays helping me out. Feel better about more women on Twitter.
You can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Brian, especially if you're a woman. I'm at Brian Safi.
I'm at Givlertron. You can check us out at MaximumFun.com. You can check us out at our website, ThrowingShade.com. You can check us out on iTunes, iTunes.com.
You can check out our
Please rate
Facebook
us.
page. Email us at shadethrowing@gmail. Go on our Instagram. It's TSPod.
That's new. That's thanks to our beautiful friends, Sean and Kristen.
And we really do. It's all behind the scenes stuff we don't release even on the website sometimes. So it's worth checking out.
And thanks to Ian Colmer, our last intern of the 2014, who really knocked it out of the park. I'm going to put up a
Might already be up by the time this is out.
That you're right. It will be the serial mashup that he did with our podcast.
He did a
Serial.
Throwing Shades serial mashup. That's amazing.
Also, Maximum Fun is going to start doing a listener panel, which is basically almost like Nielsen ratings for our thing. Is that what you? It's
Girl,
like,
not
it's
so
like a
much
feedback.
ratings as much as it is, if you want to be a part of a panel that hears pilots that Maximum Fun produces, as well as just give honest feedback of what your favorite shows are or how shows could improve. It's totally anonymous. But you should sign up for it.
Yeah,
if you
just
want.
go to MaximumFun.org/listener panel.
Yeah.
and sign up. And
It's
then-
exactly like, you should know it's exactly like Death Panels.
Oh, yeah.
So it is, Sarah Palin was right. You just pick which one you want to die. I'm
It's
just
very easy. Oh, really, people's lives are in your hands. So
Yes.
no pressure. And happy holidays, happy New Year. We'll be releasing shows for the week of Christmas.
Yeah, I think
and
Christmas Day and
we have
New
no
Year's
breaks.
Day,
You will have
something
no
like that.
breaks.
Yeah, you'll be good.
And be good. Do good work.
Yeah.
And please check out Writer's Almanac.
Do whatever you can to do. Listen, write your story. What was it that Fran Lebowitz said? She goes, when Toni Morrison said,
Everyone should write.
write your story. She
Didn't
didn't
mean
mean everyone.
everyone.
Yeah.
Well, please watch Public Speaking with Fran
Fran
Lebowitz.
Lebowitz, if you haven't seen it.
And also I wanted to say this. There's a new documentary out about the women's movement called She's Beautiful When She's Angry. Saw it this weekend. It made me cry. It made me angry. It's really, really well done. The fact of the matter is the movie even got made because the directors were like, there has been no big no documentary about the women's movement.
Well, there have been, but maybe not a big one.
Maybe not. Which ones?
Well, I don't know. I've seen I saw HBO did one last year.
They did? What was it called?
Well, it was mostly about Gloria Steinem, but it covered a lot of it.
Well, okay. I guess what they mean is like, and I'm paraphrasing for them, but a very comprehensive look
I believe that.
at the whole, at basically from housewives in the 50s until abortion rights.
Yeah.
And covers Our Bodies Ourselves, which is a hugely popular book that was basically the first chance any woman had to know anything about her body because they were taught nothing.
Right.
Because we had to take, women had to take dick classes, and that
Right.
was it. Yeah. So it's very good. It's actually very heartwarming, and you're gonna.
Also, I would see Crazy Beautiful, the Kirsten Dunst movie. If you know what I mean, make it a double feature.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm Biz.
And I'm Teresa.
And we host a comedy podcast about parenting where we remind you that despite what the internet says,
No one really cares what kind of parent you are.
one bad mother, we're the friends with kids you want to hang out with.
Check us out on iTunes and MaximumFun.org.
Whether you're on break from your job, manning the water slide, or you're sailing down the French Riviera, there's no better way to fill the lazy summer hours than with my brother, and me.
You can sip on a cool lemonade and sip on some goose.
I'm allergic to lemonade.
Nobody's allergic to goose. We're three brothers, and we help people with their problems that they have, like not having any podcasts to listen to, or lemon allergy.
Will not really help so much.
But we don't hurt.
We do actually hurt sometimes. You can listen to it every Monday. It's an hour long, and we make jokes for you to listen to.
Some are even as funny as this has been.
Every Monday on MaximumFun.org.
Catch it!
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned.
Listener supported.